Okay, I got a close-up on this now. I just want to show the mag itself. Right on the top here you have a sound sensor, and you have 3 settings on this. On the back there's a little switch. And it actually says sound control and auto. If you leave it in the center, it's off. If you put it down this way, you hear that one click, and now it is sound activated. If you put it down all the way to the bottom, it's just on all the time. Now, this has 2 spots right here. One is for a pressure switch, and one is for the included wall wart charger. Well, I didn't particularly care for that, because, you know, you put it on, go leave it on for 10 minutes. Okay, is it charged all the way up? I don't know. You know, so I took it apart, and I wired in a Tamiya connector, which then you can put on a regular, like, smart charger, NIM charger. It's a 6-volt battery inside there, and it charges up in pretty much, you know, more safe than this wall charger. Now, I did find that I have, this is not, it did not come with this, but this is one that I actually have as a pressure switch. And you put it on sound control, and it'll go on and on and on and on with this. I might include this when I get rid of it. Now, there are 2 ways to fill this mag. There's a little window right here. You can pull that forward and dump BBs in there. And what you're supposed to be doing is pull this back and dump BBs in. There's like this latch thing right here that allows you to pour the BBs in. But you got to hold that back as you're dumping BBs in, and there's only this little window, and it's a real pain in the ass. The BBs all go in this side. This is where all the mechanism and everything else is right here. What I have done is put a plug on the bottom. So what you do is use a knife or whatever and just pop this up. It pops out. And the hole is there. Well, you don't start filling the BBs yet. What you have to do is you have to take this spring-loaded mechanism and push it all the way back here like this. And I use a funnel because it's a heck of a lot easier to do. Put the funnel in there, like so. Then you take your BBs, which in this case we're going to use some .2s, and you just dump them all in. I'll dump. Well, alright, so it's almost all the way full. Matter of fact, it might be over full. So let's dump some back. Alright. So, now what you have is supposedly 2,500 rounds. Alright. 2,500 rounds. You release this, and it pushes the BBs back. Now, if you can see right here, the BBs are in this trace. You can see them right here. There still is a lot of room to put BBs in. Alright, but we're just going to call that good, and then what you do is you just put your plug back in. Alright, and then what you would do is you set it to run all the way, and they feed up to the top, and they're ready to rock and roll. So we're going to throw this on and go do a shooting test and see how it keeps up. Okay, today we are going to be shooting my MP5 Polar Star, but the test is actually this drum mag that I have. It's a C-mag. You saw in the beginning where I converted it over and has the little change to be able to charge it. The only other change is the switch went bad on the front. So I put a switch on this side to turn on the auto wind. Now for HPA, it doesn't seem to want to work for auto wind, but it does have a tail. I do have it wound up. Let's just make sure we're shooting. Okay, I don't have the battery hooked up, so we got to do that first. Okay, we do have the battery up now, and I do have it on single fire, and I do have this ready to go. You hear it whines. So I'm going to change the perspective to be out that way. The wind is blowing, it's overcast, it's nasty, but this is just for a shooting test on this particular piece of equipment anyway. So, like always, we're going to be shooting back at our target back here. And if you can hear in the background, the prison has a shooting range and they're having a good time today. So, let's give it a couple shots here. Now, I take that back. It is auto-winding by itself. I have the auto-wind switch on, and it seems to be working. So I'm going to switch to full auto and see if we get any full autos. Now that auto wind keeps going even though the thing is full, so I'm gonna actually shut it off and use the manual winder when I like get low. I'll have it on the thing here. See, now we're low. That's actually like 500 BBs I put in there, they're out. So it's shooting like a champ. Okay, final setup on this. It's starting to rain again. I caught it between the rains. I actually shut off the auto wind and was using the manual wind. This is pretty good to have because if the auto wind is running, you can hear it go click, 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 click. It overfilled it, and pretty soon you'll be just running that always on clicking. Depends on your rate of fire on your gun too. Set it on auto wind, let it run, it seems to be good. What I would do though for this particular thing, I'm going to move in a little bit here closer on this. I got it in front of my face. I'm going to put it on the side here. Would be start it off on the auto wind by turning this on and have this in, put it on your gun. This is actually for a laser light combination. I bought it specifically for that, but then I got rid of the light laser and the guy didn't want this. So I'm like, okay. So it has two buttons, okay? They both work the unit, so it is good to go. The big thing with this, all the BBs are on this side. I thought it was empty, and as you can see here, there are BBs still in there. What you got to do, because all the BBs are held here, this is all the battery and the mechanism, is every once in a while you have to go like that with it. Okay, and get the BBs to go over there, or you can pull back on this lever. Did you hear that? Everything went there. Now that filled up with BBs. I don't know if you can see all the white BBs right there. This whole mechanism down here filled up. So all I gotta do is angle it a little bit, maybe loosen this up so the BBs go in there. That's supposed to push the BBs and keep them being fed. But that is like a half full, and it runs like a champ. One thing to do that I recommend, use good BBs. I tried some Craftsman, old ones I had, 2.0s. It jammed up in this and nothing flat. So you want to put in brand new BBs, and when you're done, and it's like damp out here and this is getting dripped on, I'm going to empty this sucker out. Okay, make sure you get the BBs out. And because I didn't even put the plug in, as you can see it's still in there, use the plug to dump the BBs back out. Pull that lever all the way over, dump the BBs out. Get as many BBs out as you can to store this thing. Charge it by this, even though it does have a charger that fits in this hole right here. I would actually use the charger here. So that's it for me today. Nice and rainy. I'm getting wet out here. That's it for me. I'm going back inside. I hope you enjoyed the video. And this is going to Caleb Tucker Airsoft. If you haven't checked out his channel, I'll put a link in the description so you can check him out. He's on Facebook too, and he's on Instagram. So check out his channel if you get a chance. He's a pretty cool guy, and I'm trying to help him out by giving him some of the stuff that I got. So As always, you guys have a good day.
Let's see the gun. My, that's a big one.
Oh, that's not right. No.